Hello and welcome back to my video. Today's topic is about how to help someone with their mental health. So I've done some research on Mind. If any of you who don't know what Mind is, it's a charity that helps people with mental health, and they can refer you to different agencies depending on what help you need. So just to start off with how to support someone, supporting them is something that you can do. You don't have to be a professional, you don't have to have any courses. You can just be there for someone. But something to note is that you can never force someone to get help. You can never force someone to talk to you. You can never force anything upon someone who is struggling with their mental health. That's just something that it is. So the first thing that you can do to support someone is just to listen. And listening just shows that you care and that you acknowledge their feelings. And this is a really good way to help, because if someone's feeling low and they feel like no one cares about them, just to have someone that listens can make that person feel more validated. And just to know that you might want to speak to someone who is dealing with their mental health, but it's important to know that you have to wait until that person's ready to speak to them, and they will speak to you when they're ready. Reassurance to ask for help is a big one. So it can be scary for someone who's going through issues to ask out and reach out for help. This is because they don't know the reactions they're going to get from people, how people are going to perceive them, how people are going to take what they're going to say. So it can be scary, but just reassuring that person that you're not going to judge them is very helpful to someone. And you can also reassure them that there's other people that are in the same boat as them, not generally assuming that you know what they're going through, but just letting them know that there's other people that do struggle with their mental health can really reassure someone that they're not alone. When someone talks to you about what's going through their minds, let's just assume that that person's ready to speak to you, and they say something that can be quite distressing, it's important to stay calm, because even though what they say can be really a lot to handle, but if you stay calm, it can help the other person stay calm. The last thing you want is to freak out, and then the other person's going to freak out, and they're going to feel that they shouldn't have told you, and they're going to withdraw everything they said, and they're not going to want to speak to you again. So just the act of staying calm, it builds up the trust. Also, patience is a big one. You may feel an urge to get that person help immediately, especially if they told you something that is detrimental to them, but it's important to not force them to get help. They need to get help when they want to get help, and I know it can feel like you need to get them help right now, but if you pressure them to get help, they're not going to get it. They're going to feel deterred, they're going to feel pressured, and it's really not good, and it can have a downward spiral on that person's trust with you. As long as the person isn't doing anything very harmful, then you just have to wait and just encourage them to get help. That's all you can do, is encourage them. And also, don't make assumptions about the person or what they're going through. The worst thing you can do is make assumptions about what they're going through. Everyone is going through something different. You don't know what's going on in someone else's head, and to assume you know what's going on is just a big no-no, because it makes it feel like the person is being insensitive. And in these times where people reach out to you, you need to be sensitive to what they're saying. So you just have to go with it, listen to them, don't make no assumptions, and just let them know that you're there for them all the time, that they need help. And don't ever label someone. So Don't ever say to someone that they don't look like they're going through anything, because everyone puts on a mask. It's called an invisible illness for a reason. No one can see what's actually going on inside your head. So people can hide it, people can put on happy faces all the time. It doesn't necessarily mean they're happy all the time, but it can be. But you know, we've all got our lives to live, and we can't always show everyone all the time what's going on. It's just a way of life, really. um so let's say that that person that you're worried about trusts you enough to tell them exactly what's going on, and trust you enough to seek help. One way you can really support them is to go to appointments with them. So say if they've got like an appointment with the doctor, let's say, it's really helpful if you go with them, show them support, show them that you care by going with them. And it gives them that feeling that someone does care, they're feeling supported, and they feel that they can tell someone, and it helps just when you have someone to talk to about it. You can also give your input when you go to appointments of how you have seen this person struggle. It can help the doctors understand a little bit more what's going on, so it can be really helpful to go with someone. In the case that you are very, very concerned about this person that is struggling with their mental health, there you can call the Samaritans number in the UK, and you can call on behalf of that person. So if someone has confided in you that they are having thoughts of self-harm or something else, you can actually call a number for them. In the likelihood that someone is in grave danger, right there, right now, they've told you that they've got a plan and they're going to do something, you should always call 999, because it is an emergency. If someone is going to do something that's going to harm themselves and be fatal, so you must always call 999. With calling the Samaritans, you cannot force that person to speak to them. You can ask advice on what to say to that person, but you cannot force them. If they don't want to speak to anyone, they don't want to speak to anyone. So they can speak to Samaritans when they're ready. There's also other helplines that you can call. You can even call your doctor for help if you're going through something. You can go to A&E and they can help you. In most A&Es, they have a crisis team, and a crisis team will assess what sort of help you need there and then. So that's it for this video. I hope I wasn't speaking too fast, but if anyone else has got any questions, or they want me to go over a bit more in depth, then I can. What we've covered in this video is how to support someone with their mental health. This is not how to support someone who is self-harming or having suicide thoughts. That's different. That's a different ball game. But yeah, if anyone wants me to cover on them subjects, then I can. But that is it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and to leave comments down below. Thank you for watching. Bye.